talking about an insurrection. You know what I'm saying? Going into your Google account and signing you out and all type of trickery games that they play. Yeah. And then when you look at who did it, you see all the Chinese writing and shit. So who the hell using Chinese codes and shit and trickery? Some dumb black ass idiot. You know what I'm saying? Sitting around a fucking wannabe. He ain't doing shit with his life. He ain't gonna help nobody. He ain't even live to be 60 years old. You know what I'm saying? Some young clown sitting around playing with a computer. He ain't gonna save nobody. He ain't gonna save the world. Just sitting up there with hate because you ain't great. You know what I'm saying? And you probably never will be. Your route and the way you trying to eat off everybody else's plate. You know what I'm saying? You're a clown. You was a clown then, you're a clown now, and you're probably going to be a clown in the future. You can tell by the shit that you're sitting around doing with your computer. You know what I'm saying? But we see McCarthy denies he promised Trump votes on the expunging impeachment. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is coming in 11 hours ago Eastern Standard Time. Look like Michael or whatever his name is in the way he spells it. You know what I'm saying? But it's coming off the Hill News. You know what I'm saying? In this one here, but we see here with Speaker Kevin McCarthy, Republican of California, on Thursday denies, making promises to making promises to the President of the United States, which is crooked ass, you know what I'm saying, that the House would vote to expunge his impeachment, shooting down a report that said the GOP leader pledged the vote as a way to temper tensions with the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Yeah, right. If you believe that or play bullshit, you definitely a dummy. You know what I'm saying? There's no deal, McCarthy told reporters. Yeah, because he's probably a sellout on Thursday. But I've been very, clear from long before when I voted against the impeachment that they did it for purely political purpose. Well, I agree with you on that one, clown. You know what I'm saying? So we know what's going on these days with the bullshit that they do. You see what I'm saying? We know the bullshit that they do. You know what I mean? This literally speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? That speaks for itself. We even see where Florida teaching standards say African Americans receive some personal benefits from slavery. Yeah, which one? The one that your ass been in back in the days when you were the first ones to be enslaved? You know what I'm saying? You really enjoy those benefits, didn't you? You know what I'm saying? What benefits is there to doing that to anyone on planet Earth, whether they're black, white, green, or purple? You know what I'm saying? Look at what goes on in most of these countries. Let's take NATO, for instance, and their 34 country bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And all this and bullshit. Imagine what they are doing to their own people that we do not see. I'm telling you right now, if you was to see it, it'll literally make you slow up. This is the bullshit. And then talking about how it benefits and this and that. The only benefits have is that your crazy ass is still crazy. That's about the benefits that we receive to know about you. You know what I'm saying? But they say homicide in 30 U.S. cities dropped by nearly 10% in the first half of 2023 compared to the last year. Yeah, of course, because of the even Democrats, ramped that shit up. You know what I'm saying? By having open border policy and having a bill reform and all type of stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? You see the White House say it has reached out to North Korea in efforts to bring home U.S. soldier. Yeah, okay. And y'all bring still. Yeah, when we look at it, you know what I'm saying? What we see here, you know what I'm saying? We see here where we see a Wingstop owner pays more than $667,000 in settlement wages theft accusations. Okay, yeah. We see that going on. You know what I'm saying? We see pioneer hacker Kevin Mitnick or whatever his name, FBI wanted felony turned security guru, dead at 59. Oh yeah, you can best believe that. You know what I'm saying? You can best believe that's going to happen. You know what I mean? In more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We see U.S. investigating why Delta passengers, you know what I'm saying, remain on plane in extreme heat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because they're on grave. You know what I'm saying? That's why. You know what I'm saying? Hoping for a miracle, you know what I'm saying, hurtling towards disaster, you know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. The only disaster that I see is that you elected creepy ass Joe Biden into your government that does not put you in the ways of a nuclear war. And it's going to try to push that exacerbation to its fullest towards that fact. You know what I'm saying? And to me, is the one that orchestrated in more ways than one the January 6th so-called rush. They go that 6 again. It was a very undocumented piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The demon Democrats were the one who orchestrated that in all ways. In all ways. And that goes for using Black Lives Matter, Oath Keepers, and all them other fucking set of clowns that seem to have jumped up at that time, including Andy Fauci, the Kid Louisa, and Bill Gates, nutcase ass. All of them are in the same group, all the way down to Bill Clinton, Slick Willie, Hillary Clinton, you know what I'm saying, Bush and Obama, Michelle, Michelle, all of them, you know what I'm saying, are in this schematical garbage. You know what I'm saying? And many, many Republicans as well. You know what I'm saying? But we know that the head of this crazy log nut that you call him a president, which you do have a log nut, if you look at his head, he looks deformed, really. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at it, you know, he's been retarded probably for years. That man been out of his mind. You know what I'm saying? And guess who paid the bill while he's sitting up there, while people homeless on the street, freezing cold like a popsicle. You know what I'm saying? When they find them in the morning in the freezing cold and all types of shit out there in Penn Station for years and shit in New York. You know what I'm saying? Homeless people and all types of shit. But all of a sudden, you know, this creepy ass motherfucker talking about open border policy. You know what I'm saying? And ready to give these people everything they possibly can get. You know what I'm saying? In flooding them into the country. You know what I'm saying? So they can do a replacement theory in more ways than one and cause massive chaos. So when we look at the insurrection or whatever they want to call it, the insurrection is basically them. Because he cheated his way into me because the ballot boxes and this ain't the only way to cheat. There's many other ways to cheat psychologically. It's psychologically driving the people's mind from the left to the right and censoring what you don't want to come out, you know what I'm saying, and blocking anything that anybody has to say, and also placing mandates and rules and figure that then people are going to have to abide and run with it or they get arrested or this and that and the third, you know what I'm saying? So when you let this clown bucket shithead in there, that is what's going to happen. This is why 95% of the people have been put on the peril in themselves right now, and with that limp that they seem to keep on getting. You know what I'm saying? In that, I think it's in that right or left leg. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? By Pamela Paul, 13 hours ago, Eastern Standard Time, coming off the New York Times. You know what I'm saying? But we see it saying, hoping for a miracle, but hurtling to a disaster. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that dizzy ass brain. But we see here, you know what I'm saying? Have you met anyone truly excited about creepy Joe Biden running for re-election? And by that I mean downright Obama, you know what I mean? Curate or whatever 2008 2008 energized, brimming with enthusiasm about what 4 more years of creepy ass Joe Biden would bring to our body of politics, our economy, our national mood, our culture. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's be more realistic. Is there a single one amongst us who can muster even a quite yes or whatever, and know and know know and know we are not counting the guy out? Sounds like he's performing elaborate mental dance move to persuade himself nor anyone who is paid to say so, according to a recent report in the New York Times. You know what I'm saying? Creepy Joe Biden fundraising thou far doesn't exactly reveal a ground well of grassroots excitement. You know what I'm saying? Instead, most demon Democrats, you know what I'm saying, seem to view what looks like an, you know what I'm saying, insurmountable rematch between creepy ass Joe. That's no rematch. He cheated. There's no rematch. The only rematch is that the fact that people are stupid, people don't understand what's going on. They never fucking did. And even if they did and they're on the side, but they say they're doing it for the money or they're doing it for some various fucked up head reason. And like I said, there's a lot of corner people in this country to believe anything that is shown to them. You know what I'm saying? But we see between Joe Biden and the President of the United States with a sense of, you know, impending doom. My personal metaphor comes from, you know, Laura's Von Tires or whatever film. You know what I'm saying? It looked like the I think it's Manchurian or whatever it is, Manchurian or whatever, which is a rogue planet, makes its way through space towards the inevitable conclusion with Earth. You know what I'm saying? In that the film, the looming disaster, you know what I'm saying, symbolize all encompassing nature of depression. You know what I'm saying? Here is a real, you know, diasporas and terrors. I guess whatever, and terror as if we were barreling towards either certain catastrophe or a possibility not a catastrophe, or it's barreling towards a, you know what I'm saying, it's barreling towards us. Creep Joe Biden and Trump rematch would mean the choice between two candidates who, for very different reasons, does not seem 100% of their 100% they are necessarily likely to be there physical, mental, and or not in prison for the duration of another 4 years. You know what I'm saying? In other words, it doesn't make sense. In other words, what the hell he is saying. You know what I'm saying? People have a serious choice to make. And there ain't no peril in here and peril in other garbage talk and other wordplay that he's talking. You just got to keep it simple and straight to the facts. You know what I'm saying? You keep on saying that Creep Joe Biden is helping you, but he's destroying you. And he has sold him and the even Democrats in that group, Bush, Obama, you know what I'm saying, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Bush Sr., Bush Jr., Donkey, and all of them demon Democrats has been selling this country out for years. Even going back to the 1930s and the Great Depression, you know what I'm saying, they sold us out. And they've been doing that. You know what I'm saying? Same thing when the Rothschilds bought America. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We know that fact. You know what I'm saying? While they're talking shit. You know Like, we don't know that. You know what I'm saying? That's why he seems to have two Americas. You know what I'm saying? In the United States, all of America, you know what I'm saying? It's the United States. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we know the garbage that they have been doing. Because these people feel that they don't have to play by the rules. And they're not playing by the rules. You know what I'm saying? So while you busy voting in these schematic clowns and talking about the fact which one is better or which one is good, we know full well that Joe Biden and the even Democrats is no good. Now we know Trump has his problems and his faults as well. But at the same time, he was the only one when he was in there, you know what I'm saying, just like John F. Kennedy, the country was sort of doing a little better, even though Kennedy was doing the Vietnam War and stuff. But at the same time, it seems like things started to get better in more ways than one. But when we look at the situation today, what is getting better? You know what I'm saying? What is getting better? There's no getting better in none of it. You know what I'm saying? We're going into a war with Russia, a great nuclear nation. We even have nuclear submarine. And nobody's doing anything to quail it except Joe Biden is exacerbating, making it even worse. You know what I'm saying? Bringing in all of those nations against Russia to the point where they even going over there right now in their little 34 coalition and all these different nations over there jumping on Ukraine side. You know what I'm saying? And then got nerves to make predictions about Ukraine, about the regular people talking against the garbage. You know what I'm saying? Talking against the garbage. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to hear that bullshit from them. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to hear that bullshit. You know? You know, we see Trump has laced one out on them here in a prediction. We see Trump shares threatening video, you know what I'm saying, as midnight deadline approach before the January 6th grand jury. But we need to ask them about, we don't need to know what videos he put, and he don't gotta threaten nobody but Trump. But we see that the president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, could be indicted by a grand jury investigation. But wait a minute, where's the investigation into saying that there were FBI agents in the crowd rallying the crowd, and also probably hundreds of thousands of them out there acting as if they were civilians? How do we know? None of the investigation is going correctly. It's just running down the freight train as accusation to make people believe that this man is guilty of these crimes. But nobody's looking at the crimes that Joe Biden and his family is committed, and they are huger than Donald Trump in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? Even hiding documents. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gave them the right to hide documents or even declassify documents and take the documents out of the White House. None of them, last time we checked, I don't believe they had that clearance. You know what I'm saying? To be taking classified documents and holding on to them for years and years behind a Corvette or somewhere down the road, you know what I'm saying, in this and that and the third. You know what I'm saying? Trump was, like Mr. Wesley Hunt said, Trump was a standing president. He had a right to take those documents that he had served in that matter. Why should he give them to the next president? You know what I'm saying? The only thing he had to do is transfer power, not all his files and documents. And Joe Biden and Obama didn't share their documents, and they didn't declassify their documents, but they took them out of the White House. So what the hell is he talking about? He even did it when he was a senator. So what the hell is he talking about Trump and some insurrection that you can't prove whether or not who the real people was in the crowd that did that? You only giving us a speech and a dance and some bullshit ass, bougie ass fucking motherfucking witnesses. You know what I'm saying? And then when the witnesses come forward, they're not saying anything except the same old garbage tonight. You know what I'm saying? But we see they're saying he might be indicted by a grand jury. You know what I'm saying? Investigating his efforts to overturn the 2020 election and the January 6th, he wasn't overturning anything at all. You know what I'm saying? He was mad because you cheated him out of it, and you know full well what you cheated him out of it. He was going to do every effort to try to get that back correctly. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, once Joe Biden, the evidence speaks for itself. Once he took office, you saw what happened to this country. And even coming up to that, you saw what was going on with this country. know what I'm saying? So they ain't saying nothing new. You know what I'm saying? We see Chavez ask Supreme Court to review convictions in George Floyd murder. And if they stupid enough to do that, you know they fucking out their mind. You know what I'm saying? But Trump State Department appointed found guilty of 7 felonies in June 6 case. They're gonna 6 again. You know what I'm saying? You know. So guilty of what? Let's see what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? We see he's guilty of the June 6. This is coming in by Federico Klein had a bench trial before another Trump appointee. You know what I'm saying? But we see Trump political appointee who attempted to storm the Capitol. Well, that's his problem. It ain't got nothing to do with Trump. It ain't got nothing to do with Trump. He attempted to do that based on the fact probably working for you guys. You know what I'm saying? But we see execution of James Barber, first Alabama inmate to be put to death after state pause can proceed. You know what I'm saying? As we see that it's happening. You know what I'm saying? As we see that it's happening. It's high. You know what I'm saying? We see Walmart cut prices. You know what I'm saying? Walmart for household that receive food stamps and other government aid. That sounds good. Go ahead, Walmart. You know what I'm saying? We see Trump defends Jason Aldean, you know what I'm saying, amid strong controversy. There must be a reason where he see some crooked shit in there. We see the Federal Reserve starts new instant payment system. You know what I'm saying? New instant payment system. Yeah, anything to get rid of cash so they can control your money. But we see the Federal Reserve said Thursday that the new system for instant pay to financial institutions has gone live. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the Feds said that the banks and credit unions can start signing up for the system called the FedNow. Hear the name of it? FedNow service. You know what I'm saying? Which would allow for instant money transfer to customers at any time of the day. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Next going to be cashless cash. Ready to cut your ass off today. Judge rejects Hunan's shaman bid to throw out January 6th sentence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How we know he was a judge? How you know they were working for Trump? How you know they were Trump supporters in any long reads at all? You know what I'm saying? We see a whole lot of slick ass shit going on, but nobody seems to be coming to the bottom of a lot of questions that needs to be answered and a lot of investigation that needs to be done. It seems all to be watered down, run right through, and forget about all the intricacies. Just look at Trump like we fucking done. Companies formed to, I guess they say formed to pay, you know what I'm saying? Companies formed to buy True Social charged with fraud. You know what I'm saying? Who gives a plane, bro? You know what I'm saying? 18 years old Nebraska woman sentenced to 90 days in jail for burning fetus after abortion. Fetus after abortion. Yeah, you're gonna do all kinds of stupid shit because the abortion issue, again, like I said, it's a health crisis. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing that we should have more consciousness as to when you have a baby and so forth. It seems like all this is just to put heat on the Republicans and make them look bad as usual, so they come up with the abortion trick. You know what I'm saying? Along party lines, Senate committee approved ethnic code for Supreme Court. You know what I'm saying? Well, there needs to be some kind of thing going on there with that. You know what I'm saying? But we see here, this is coming in by Doug, you know what I'm saying, Cunningham, 12 hours ago Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? July 20th. You know what I'm saying? The U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee, you know, on Thursday approved a bill, you know what I'm saying, that would, you know, create an ethnical code of conduct for Supreme Court. the vote was 11-10 along party lines. There has to be some kind of thing going on. All demon Democrats supported the code, you know what I'm saying, of ethics for the Supreme Court, while all 10 Republicans all 10 Republicans on the committee opposed it. You know what I'm saying? The ethic bill was targeted by, no, it was triggered by disclosure ordinarily reported by Pro Politica that Pro Politica, yeah, with the American names, you know what I'm saying, that Justice Clarence Thomas had accept, you know what I'm saying, undisclosed lavish gifts. Who gives a play? Well, maybe he did it because he was working for your demon democratical ass. You know what I'm saying? And all of y'all crooked before you fucking took it. So don't give me that bullshit about some Clarence Thomas. You know what I'm saying? You act as if like he the worst. When we look at Joe Biden and his son and the millions of dollars they made over the time he was a senator to now, you know what I'm saying? It is one of the worst things this country can endure, while all our money goes to everyone else. As you see, everything is made where? In China. You know, how long was American people going to put up with that foolishness? You know what I'm saying? And not see something wrong with that whole shit, to where they would shut down a whole city of steel workers and other type of automobile works and factories and so on, and send them over to China. You know what I'm saying? And that would be allowed. You know what I'm saying? To where you disenfranchise a whole city of workers that were making good money and top pay. You know what I'm saying? That was able to have even some type of middle class family down to the rush on the White House by the FBI and the rest of them clowns to make this shit that they want to believe is true. We see Ying and an older friend, Henry Kissinger, discuss mending U.S.-China ties. Yeah, Henry crooked ass Kissinger. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody want to hear mending ties with them mother, you know what I'm saying, who doing country all up in our country, especially in the hip-hop music, influencing kids and doing all this influences in school and shit with all kind of LGBT and all kind of crazy shit you all doing. You know what I'm saying? What you need to do is, Henry Kissinger need to go over there and talk to the NATO nations and Russia and, you know, end that war. You know what I'm saying? But we see Joe Biden administration propose rules increasing fees for oil and gas developers on public land. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't doing it. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, now it's all so wrong. You know what I'm saying? He full of shit then, and he full of shit now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He full of shit then, and he full of shit now. You know what I mean? That's just straight facts. You know what I mean? That's just straight facts. You know, we see New York to pay 13.7 million in George Floyd protesters' arrest and beaten by people. You know what I'm saying? Beating people, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the ways that run. We see a whole lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We see man dies in Death Valley as California National Park swelters into extreme heat. Yeah, you can go out there in extreme heat like you just that done. We see creepy ass Obama Summer 2023 music book. You know what I'm saying? We ask Saza Ice Spice and Peso Plum makes cut. Who gives a play? Fuck about that bullshit ass nigga. He ain't no nigga no way. He Arab. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to hear that bullshit. We see Joe Biden serves world solid at kitchen table economic speech. Yeah, the same economic that he fucked up, the same economic that he broke down, the same economic that he borrowed 1.9 trillion and still spending way past 9 trillion over there in Ukraine. you know what I'm saying, while he exacerbated a war that could potentially send us into a nuclear fallout. You know what I'm saying? The same one who concoct all that scheme you see at the White House. You know what I'm saying? The same one who's sitting up there as a pedophilia clown. You see Robert F. Kennedy hearing put censorship, misinformation fight at center stage. You know what I'm saying? Center stage. You know what I'm saying? But we see, because like I said, one thing that Kennedy is known for is dropping them facts. Your backs. You know what I'm saying? This one is coming by Emily Brooks and Rebecca Kerr. 11 hours ago, Eastern Standard Time.